Your time, how were you, let's say, communicating back and forth to home, or were you communicating?
Oh, yeah, I was. Letters.
Okay.
And I think we got, a TV signal in every once in a while.
Oh, okay.
I think so. I can't
Okay.
really recall. A lot of letters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, mail call is very important.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
From friends and family.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
And just to jump around a little bit,
Mhm.
your plane ride over, was that your first plane ride?
No.
Okay, you
No,
had flown.
it was the longest plane ride.
Sure, okay.
Yeah, so I was used to flying.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a great
Okay.
flight over.
Okay. And obviously you indicated your chopper rides were memorable.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, very.
Okay, were you homesick at any time, at any period of time, or up to the point that you got into the MACV and that kind of stuff?
Well, at first it was an adventure,
Mm-hmm.
and then as it wears on,
Mm-hmm.
you have a a natural tendency to, as they talk about going back to the world,
Mm-hmm.
because you miss some of the amenities,
Sure.
that you've been accustomed to.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Just, we didn't have, all the plumbing and all that stuff.
Mm.
We had the outside showers,
Sure.
and if you didn't get the water in, you didn't take a shower.
Right.
you know,
Right.
and one of the funny things is, in anticipating, getting cleaned up, guys would have a little bit of water
Mm.
and some soap and lather up and get ready, and then the deuce and a half truck or the water truck didn't arrive, and so you got soap on you, and you have to wait for the next round.
You're sticky all day.
Yeah, and then it's 100 degrees, right?
Right.
Yeah, so it was no fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, another thing also
mhm.
is when you have experience, NCOs and and COs. I remember the first time it was like a firefight, and the mortars were coming in, and that's how every night the mortars, and so they got closer and closer
Mhm.
to the compound,
Right.
and some of them kind of hit inside and around, and then there was a intelligence that said the troops were going to try to overrun our compound,
Mhm.
and so then we all gathered. And at that time, I had an M14.
Mhm.
And I'll never forget, I had this M14, which was as long as me, and I was doing this, anticipating this battle,
Yeah.
And I never forget, the old, an elder, a non-commissioned officer came over to me and put his arms on my shoulder
Mhm.
and said, just kind of, calm down.
Oh, okay.
You'll be okay,
Oh, okay.
And we made it through that night.
Sure.
There was some activity,
Mhm.
but there was, I don't think any casualties or anything like that.
Oh,
But it was like the first,
Right.
engagement.
Sure. I can see what
Yeah.
I can see what that would make most individuals a little nervous
Yeah.
or something, especially you just in country and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And you were trying to recall all your bayonet training and
The lunge, and, the grenade training.
Right.
I forgot about the bayonet training.
Yeah,
Thanks
yeah.
for bringing it to my attention.
Yeah. Okay. So were you at this MACV most of your time there?
Yeah, most of the time.
Most of the time.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I spent almost my entire year there.
Okay.
And we had to go back and forth to Saigon,
Mhm.
to take stuff back to the Saigon MACV. We were sometimes we were like the runners also,
Sure.
and we had a Jeep, and that's why I got my Jeep experience.
Oh, okay.
Which is Jeep are good. You get out to compound, you get a chance to go to the big city.
Right.
But I had a partner who was kind of nuts at times. He would shoot at the water buffalo.
Oh, okay.
And I said, man, don't do that because that's sacred.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way the Vietnamese till their rice.
Right.
So one time, he just had disregarded that, and he kept shooting at him. And so on the way back from Saigon, we had a blowout, and it was getting dark. The BC, they kind of get busy in the dark,
Mm-hmm.
and so